we find three people sitting at a table in what seems to be the remnants of an old dwarven home. Now just a stripped down stone box essentially underground. There is a old wooden table and a couple haphazardly put together wooden shelves. On these shelves sit crates of illicit substances, a drug called Crimson, crates of imported alcohols, other drugs, and a lot of things that shouldn't be being sold, but are anyway. And at this table, there are three figures. The first, a Sandrigara city guard, not wearing most of his gear. He's kind of taken off his outer layers of armor and hung it on a chair nearby. His irises are this red color as he takes a puff of a pipe that lets off this slightly pink tinted red smoke that drifts up and spreads out across the ceiling. Next to him is another man. This one is a what looks to be a miner. He's still wearing his work clothes for the day. Looks a little beat up. He's an older guy. And third, and most interestingly, a slightly lighter skinned human man, or at least somewhat human. Two small horns come from the top of his head, and his eyes are this faintly glowing blue with black slits as pupils. These blackened veins spread across one side of his face and completely envelop his hands, which go to claws made of this like dark corrupted flesh. As he takes these cards he's holding in his hand and flops them down on the table, folding his hand for the round, as the man across from the guard pulls in a handful of these silver coins that were placed in the center of the table. And watching this from the shadows, making her way through these catacombs and tunnels through the undercity of Sandrigara, we find Ro. And with that, the die is cast, and welcome to Spellcheck. I have asked our one player for this session to deafen because most of what happened last episode is stuff that they should know about because it was the other three. But in our last episode, Leinara and Kenzie found themselves trapped within a illusion of either good memories or a future that seems appealing to them, while Leinara encountered these cracks in reality as something tried to find them. Kenzie was able to break free of her own predicament. Meanwhile, Kaerith, under the control of Heliodor with a Dominate Person spell, attempted to assassinate one of the oligarchs of the city, and failed. After a little bit of torture, he was able to recover from the spell and confess to the real reason he was doing all of this. But today we find ourselves with Ro, who most recently, a little bit back now, a couple episodes ago, encountered the city guards who were going to arrest her for crimes possibly made up, maybe some real ones that happened previously, and the captain of the guard for that particular region, Virgil Clifton, allowed Ro to escape anyway, wished her good luck, and then went back to supposedly searching, giving Ro a chance to escape, make her way to the wealthy mole, and down into these smugglers' tunnels, where we find ourselves now. Ro, you find yourself peering through this doorway, and with the natural 20, I asked you to roll survival last session, and you informed me at the start of this session is a nat 20. And with that, you know that through this chamber is where you need to go. This chamber seems like a nexus point with a passage straight ahead across the room, one off to the left, and it seems like both those branch off into more. And that will get you closer to the Sunset District. What would you like to do?
I'm curious whether talking to these people would be a good idea or not.
If you want, you can roll an insight check.
Yeah, okay. Um, that's a 28.
With a 28, yeah, that's gonna be really good. These guys are clearly doing illegal things down here. Clearly illegal gambling. They have drugs. They have contraband. One of these is a guard as well. These are not people who would probably tell on you if you're also in these same tunnels. It seems like this is almost a safe space for criminals and thieves because they know if they out someone else down here, then it'll mean that, well, everyone knows that they were there too. So it would kind of be mutually assured destruction to say anyone was ever down here. I'll just say even the guard looks at you, clearly knows, or no, sorry, doesn't look at you. If he got a good look at you, would probably know that you're who you are because of the warrant out for your arrest currently, and yet probably wouldn't do anything about it. And with a 28, I will even give you that these people are criminals. It seems like an oligarch has taken your friends captive. These people probably don't like the people in power. They are probably enemies of your enemy.
So they wouldn't be likely to attack Ro
No.
either, or?
They probably wouldn't. Unless you had like a big pile of gold you're dragging around, then not really. Even then, they'd probably just invite you to join them to try and get the money out of you without having to fight.
Okay, she's gonna slip through the crack of the door then.
Alright, you can slip right through.
And start talking to these guys. Hi, I'm trying to go, my friends have been captured, I think. I'm honestly, everything is very confusing. I just brought them here to show them around the city where I've lived for the past 40 years. And now they've kind of all disappeared, and it seems like I'm gonna be arrested or something. And I just do you, do you guys know how could you help me with anything maybe?
You can see the guard look over and start to say something, but the tall, thin man who is with those black veins and strange eyes and the horns stands up, and I have a design for this person that we can show on screen right now, which I've just sent Void as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as this person looks down at you, were you followed?
No, I don't believe so.
All right. And I need you to make a religion check real quick.
Okay.
About why this person looks the way they do.
That's a 19.
With a 19, you can tell this person's been to the Shattered Heart. This is a normal human who has been corrupted greatly by the Shattered Heart. Traveling in that region is extremely bad for you unless you have some kind of magical protection. At some point, this person was clearly there for a while and has been severely changed by it, with these horns on his head, these glowing slitted eyes, those claws. You can actually see he's barefoot for some reason, and those black veins and discolored skin run all along his feet as well as his hands. All right, and who are your friends then?
Well, they're not locals. I don't know if you'll know them.
Try
It's
me.
so there's Nara who they like to wear a lot of purple, and then little mouse Kenzie, and then Kaerith, he's a Kenku.
You can see that the other two kind of look at each other like they don't really know that much about what's going on. The taller man looks at you. Oh, the mouse folk, huh? You mean the one with in the fight earlier today?
What? She was in a
So,
fight?
yeah, just now, like, I actually, we heard the commotion. I ran up there to see. Saw Heliodor sword fighting someone on top of the tram. You won. Took whoever it was prisoner. Mousefolk. Then we slipped back down here, start playing our game.
Sorry, I don't know what to say. Well, I, I, I don't know what I. She was in a fight. I don't even know. I
For
don't
the big three,
understand
too.
the big.
You
Oh,
know,
one of
the oligarchs.
yeah. Do you guys? So, I don't know how to save them, my friends. I don't.
And,
I,
I mean, I guess at least one's in prison, and do you know where the others are?
um, I think one of them. Um, he mentioned maybe being in control, or sorry, is being controlled by Heliodor.
Um, could you roll me another insight check?
17. Yeah.
17? This guy's not trying to hide this super well. Um, he actually looks inclined to help, but definitely not for the, like, idea of being helpful. He's not here just to be altruistic. He is thinking about something that he wants or wants to do or can get out of this.
Right.
As he kind of looks at the other two. Well, uh, so two of them are in prison, then,
I
and one's
yeah.
under
I mean,
control.
I believe so.
Well, you're gonna want to wait then, I'm sorry, but if you want to sit down and play a game for a bit, it's a bad time to go into a prison when the guards are putting someone new in there. Wait until they've left, and then just at least the normal ones are there. And I
You.
wouldn't mind sticking it to Heliodor.
Oh. S- w- okay. We can go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could do with a drink and maybe a bit of a smoke. I mean, I've got some of my own. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this we can't move right now, so we've been breaking into a little bit of it. Yeah, I'll just tell you, you can see that this person is clearly frustrated with something going on that is preventing him from moving his goods illegally right now.
Right. She's gonna just, I guess, sit down, probably on the table. I guess play with them.
All right. Why don't you just they're playing a game similar to poker.
Okay.
Could I just get 3 charisma checks? And if you have playing card proficiency, you can add it. I don't believe you do though. As you
don't
hold
think
these
so.
huge
Where did I-
cards. It would be
Well,
in,
maybe
it would
she
be
would.
in your tools proficiencies. I don't see it on your sheet. So
No. It would. Maybe she would be using her unseen servant right now.
yeah, they're just the cards are just floating in the air in front of you. Up and move gold around.
Just straight charisma checks, yeah.
Yeah. What is how much gold would you bet on this total over the course of the night? And depending on how good the charisma checks is, you might get a lot more, you might get a lot less than that.
How much are the other people betting? Like, what's the...
They're betting, like, a couple silver a hand. Which is still a lot of money for you could tell, like, the other two are a lot richer. The miner's the one who's a little bit dragging down how high they're betting.
So are we doing, like, 3 rounds? Is that why you want...
It would be more, but I'm gonna shorten it to 3 rounds. That's why I'm asking for 3 rolls. How much would you bet a hand, I guess, is the thing. Like a gold, 2 gold?
I think... Yeah, I was gonna say maybe a gold each round.
Alright. So just roll me a charisma check, and I'm going to be rolling a lot of charisma checks against that. Some of these people have playing card proficiency, some don't.
That was a 9 for my first one.
Alright. That is... Let's see. It seems like the, Oh, actually, you would be introduced to all these men over the course of the night. While you're playing with them, I will say, the guard's name is Harold, the miner is Tharl, and the horned man, for some reason, decides to introduce himself with his full name as Jack Springheel.
Okay.
And it is Jack
Harold...
who takes the first one.
Okay, so that's -1 gold, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
And for the next round, let me roll for them.
Oh, that's a unnatural 20.
That is a tie roll-off, I believe. So roll one more time. That is a tie with Jack, actually.
Oh, that's an 8.
That's a 15 on his. He takes it again.
Too good at this.
He is the highest charisma of anyone here and a playing card proficiency.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay. Oh, that's a 7.
He actually folds fast this round before you even do. As the guard takes it the 3rd time. Harold.
Okay, well, it could have been worse. That wasn't that much money.
That's 3 gold. It's not too bad.
I think that she would also be maybe asking some questions during this.
Oh yeah? What would you ask him?
I think... I don't know how to phrase this in a way that would be charismatic and not super awkward, but I think she'd probably be asking him about, like, the Jack about his time in the Shattered Heart.
Once you ask him, like, once you bring up that subject, he kind of laughed a little bit. We thought it would be a good place to hide some goods, and well, we tried a bit on the way back. I smoked a little too much crimson that was corrupted, and ended up with this, and my time in the Shattered Heart didn't help while we were hiding things and moving them back and forth for so long, and I thought it was fine, and then I got like this. The one good thing, crimson is known for making your body a little bit more receptive to whatever else is going on with it. Honestly, probably would have died from it if I wasn't smoking crimson at the same time.
I mean, hey, people say drugs are bad for you.
Yeah, look at
Sometimes
me,
you just gotta disagree. Exactly.
I don't smoke it anymore, though. Really.
Oh. I think as she's saying this, Ro's going to take a puff. Like, jokes are good for you. Takes a puff.
I think one thing could you also roll maybe like just an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Because maybe you've heard this guy's name before around town. 8?
It's an
Haven't
8.
heard of him.
No.
I'll just say you can tell by talking to him, this guy's a drug runner, essentially. And a very good one at that. And by the way he's complaining about Heliodor, it seems like he was working with some people in power for a while, and then with the Heliodor regime change, he is no longer in the loop. And he's not happy about it.
Well, that was going to be my next question, but I guess if I can just tell that, then that's fine.
Yeah, he's not too like closed off about that. Seems like everyone here knows about it, so when they talk about it, you can easily pick it up or ask some questions to get that information.
Yeah, I guess maybe you should be trying to understand why the other two are kind of down here as well, like what they might be doing down here.
Over the course of the night, would you ask them directly, or would you just try and pick up on cues of why they're here?
I think like a bit of both. Like if the vibes are right and they're all laughing and they're all a bit drunk, she might be like, so why are you guys, down here? You're a guard and you should be like, you're a bit corrupted, but should say it in like a fun, jokey tone.
Yeah, they wouldn't mind too much being called corrupt guard. They know what they are.
Yeah.
I think over the course of the night you find out that Harold the guard pretty much just accepts a lot of bribes. He knows that there's other corrupt people in the guard. In fact, he started working with Jack when he was working with people in power who know about this. And the last guy, the miner, is essentially just a street level drug dealer. He's one of the people who gets the crimson to the end customer. Yeah, Jack seems like more of getting in out of the city entirely kind of situation, or like very high value things.
Yeah, of course. She would also ask about Grant and his kind of role in this, and see if they know anything about him.
Jack will probably answer you on that one with, well, he's a reserved man, but he just kind of laughs a little bit. He's a good front for selling things, and we cut him in.
Okay, yeah. I mean, fair enough. I'm glad they're making their money. I see why they're wealthy, wealthy mole.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to be made out of sight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm grateful that he's involved. It means I got down here. So.
Well, just don't be telling anyone about what goes on down here, or you're gonna be even more cooked than you already are.
I wouldn't dream of it. I'm very good at keeping secrets. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, I don't know if I should outright ask about this, but see if any of them mentioned the captain. What was his name? Captain Clifton? Is that his name?
Yeah. Could I get an insight check?
Yeah. Sorry. That is 18.
18? The guard talks a little bit of smack about his own captain. And for a while it's unclear which, but you can pick up over the course of the night as this guy talks about a couple stories and stuff. He is from... his job is actually in like the kind of warehouse part of town. So where a lot of like stuff is stored and processed, not really where people live. And you'd know Clifton's the captain in near the docks. I think
Right.
if I want to give you like the actual technical terms, Clifton is the captain in the dock towns, and
Mhm.
this guy is from the rock piles. And
Okay.
you guys are currently under the Sunset District, presumably, or close to going over from dock towns to the Sunset District.
Yeah. Okay.
So this guy's from
I
like
think
the
that.
opposite side of town.
Yeah, but he clearly could get there through the tunnels.
Yep.
But he doesn't like. So he doesn't like the captain. Doesn't like his captain.
He's not a fan.
Okay. Yeah, Ro will stay quiet on that one then. I think that's all the questions that she would have, or at least all the information that she's looking for. I guess also, could I say that she might pick up on the fact that he's like Jack is kind of like looking to get something out of it, helping her?
You would absolutely pick up on that. He's not really hiding it. These are people who work in ulterior motives already. This guy is not hiding his, like, that he has his own schemes here. He's like, yeah, whatever, I don't, like, you can know I hate this guy kind of situation.
Is his ulterior motive just to get to Heliodor then, not to... like, is there anything that she might be able to get out of it that she could offer up?
Give me another insight check. I know I've asked for a lot today. Why not?
It's fine, I don't mind.
I mean, you're very
good. I got good
it,
insight. So. Yeah, that is a unnatural 20 again.
Unnatural 20. Okay. This guy wants Heliodor gone because then he has an opportunity to work with whoever's next in line.
Right.
Clearly Heliodor doesn't want to work with him, so he wants Heliodor gone. And Heliodor, he's talked about, like during the night, he clearly has friends in prison or who have been executed and wants payback.
So they could do like a mass prison escape and also kill Heliodor, and that would satisfy Jack.
That would absolutely. Because if Heliodor took a major hit, like, because I mean, Heliodor, his propaganda that you have seen around the city for a long time, even Ragnall's before SirArcher, was a lot about keeping the city safe from the Jackalkin, very law and order oriented. If their private prison was breached, it would make them look extremely bad. They'd have to put a lot of effort into covering that up again.
And does Jack have connections with the other oligarchs?
Yeah, for an unnatural 20, I'll say he clearly has connections with at least one of the other ones.
Okay, perfect. Then I guess she will be like, okay guys, what's the plan? And try and scheme a little bit with them?
As the guard stands up, well, I'm gonna head home for the night. I am not getting wrapped up in a prison break, but good luck with the rest of you. And you'd see the miner also stand up and be like, yeah, I'm not risking that. And those two are going to leave. Jack, on the other hand, just like puts his fingers together, like steeples his fingers and looks down at you. All right, so let's figure out a plan then.
Okay. I've never done a prison escape before, and I haven't actively tried to murder anybody. What about you?
A couple times. Not this scale. Well, I've broken out of prison. I've broken people out of prison, usually other places around. It's a little harder when it's the private dungeons. I'd say over the course of scheming, I'll just tell you a little bit about this guy's actual abilities, because I think he'd probably be trying to figure out, similar to you, how to synergize this. He is fast and, like, incredibly agile. We're talking, like, +7, +8 dex. I'd have to check exactly what it is. And, like, 45 to 60-foot movement. I gotta pull up his actual stats, but like very fast movement, like twice a normal person. Being able to like leap, we're talking like leap across rooftops, across the city kind of thing, over roads, and like move around very quickly.
Okay.
Probably why he hasn't been caught.
Makes
He also
sense.
clearly has connections, knows these tunnels extremely well. And he would mention he can breathe fire, apparently.
Whoa!
He just throws that in there.
Okay. Damn, bro.
I will just say, he has a high enough combat rating. After, I'll just say this in metagame information, I think your character would understand that he's very capable. This may be a tricky fight, at least, for your full party, to fight this guy. He is very competent.
Right, okay.
Mainly because they probably couldn't hit him.
Yeah, well, we are notoriously bad at that, aren't we?
Yeah. With you guys' luck and this guy's AC and ability to avoid attacks, it would be very hard. I'll just say this guy's a reaction to just, like, negate damage. Essentially, like, a better uncanny dodge.
Right. Well, I think Ro would, Ro would suggest some of her spells that she has. So things like, where is it? Major Image. I think she has the other one as well. I don't know. Maybe not. But, you know, being able to... Oh, yeah, Mirror Image. Oh, and she can make herself more. I don't think she'd use that, though. Enthrall as well, where she can, like, maybe... Yeah.
As you kind of examine all this, he would start to explain what he actually knows about where Heliodor keeps people. So, Heliodor keeps people in a private prison underneath the Sunset District, like a lot of them do. His is a little different because there's an illusioner there. Make sure people can't figure out how to escape or puts them under spells to keep them from wanting to leave. That guy has to go. If you get caught by that guy, you won't know what's going on anymore. And then it's over. They'll just grab you and you won't even know what's happening. Illusioner has to go first. Well, no matter what, before we break anyone out. I know a druid who works for Solanima, but also does some stuff on the side with us. Mostly helping repair these tunnels. He can cast a thing called, it was something about moving stone, like shaping rock or something. But, I'm sorry, I'm not a magic user. He can make a hole in the ground, like move the earth aside. We get him, bring him up. We try and guide him where to go. He might be able to use some kind of, you know, when dwarves touch the ground and they can feel vibrations? Might be able to use that.
Yeah.
We get under there, drill in, and then we gotta kill that illusioner immediately. That guy has to go. And then it's a rush to get these open. I can get him.
Could you take... Okay. I'm not the best with harming people. I can try. I mean, I'm not saying I won't do it. I don't have a lot of practice in it.
Can you here's things from it. You're small, right? Can you reach into a lock and just like push the pins?
Yeah, I mean, I can make myself half my size as well.
Oh, so you could just get in there and pick it from the inside out.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be tied up with these guards and I won't be able to do much, you're going to have to get these guys out fast. I'm not going to be able to kill everyone there. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. You have a better plan or anything else? I mean, I don't know what we're going to find there, really.
I mean, I don't know, you have the experience, you have the knowledge. Yeah. I can also make illusions if it will be helpful. I don't know if it will be, but
I guess we'll see. I don't know what we don't make illusions of, but if you can make a door seem closed that isn't, maybe they'll like try and push it and fall down. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean that's definitely an option.
Alright. I'm trying to think if there's anyone they arrested recently that we should go after first. How good are your friends in a fight? Are they like kill a couple guards kind of competent, or like we gotta get them out first kind of competent?
I mean Kenzie could kill a couple guards.
Alright.
The other one, Nara, they try their best, like bless their heart, but yeah.
I'm gonna make him do a history check real quick on people who have been arrested recently to see if he can think of anyone. Not great. I'll just let him know of notable ones because he only rolled like a 10. There was one recently, or a while back, who there has not been a public execution for, of a monk. He doesn't remember the name, but he knows there was a pretty like tough monk that got into a fight with some people. He's trying to remember exactly why it was. Apparently it was something religious, like some religious dispute.
Would he be saying this?
Yeah, he'd tell you this.
Maybe with the conclave, the Phoenix conclave.
Possibly.
Does the name ring a bell?
I've heard of him. I know everything that goes on around here. Of course, I've heard of him.
Well, I mean, we've had quite a few run-ins with them so far. They don't seem like good people.
I'm pretty sure the monk's from somewhere far south. That's all I remember. Really pale skin.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to scheme with this guy? Or, even if you want to use any items that might help you roll better or get insight, because I know you still have the quite a few actually, like I guess functional magic items, like the mirror pendant, the vulture opal, the detector crystal, stuff like that. Is there anything like that you want to use?
Would I have time to prepare a glyph of warding?
Where would you want to prepare it? It's on. You can do it on a weapon, right? Or an item. Oh yeah, because you have one on your pan flute.
I do, but I want to do a damage one. I want to do an explosive rune.
Right, what are you putting it on? Put it on
I mean,
dagger.
she's got a good couple. I was gonna say she's got a few daggers.
I will just say, if you do the explosive rune, you will want to throw that instead of stab someone with it.
That was the plan.
I just want to be very clear on how that works. It is an explosive. And you might not get that dagger back. But daggers are pretty cheap.
That's fine. Yeah, I think she'll do could the trigger be like piercing something? Someone's skin or something?
Yes.
And then
I'll change one of the names of the daggers in your inventory to dagger, and then impersonates exploding glyph. So you remember.
Do I have to choose what damage it does right now? Probably, right?
Yeah.
I think we'll go with acid.
Acid, interesting. Okay, so that dagger will explode into acid when you pierces someone. Awesome.
Yeah. Did you
Damn,
have
I
any
did
escape
that.
plans?
No, I was just gonna run out the way we came in, collapse behind us.
Yeah, that sounds great. I
Okay,
think
so
collapse.
we have a druid who could probably do it. I mean, I'm gonna ask the druid first, but if he can't, I guess just kill everyone who comes in. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, is there a way to get back to these tunnels from, like, will there be an easy route?
I think to keep them from coming down here, we should go out of the tunnels. Probably onto the streets, somewhere subtle, then go down into the tunnel? Or we could...
Yeah.
Oh, there are collapsed sections of these tunnels. We could have the druid stone, or, like, carve through, and then we collapse it again, and then we have him carve his way out. Unless... Oh, but if he dies along the way. Not a fan of him, I wouldn't really be that worried either. He's a
Right.
religious zealot.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of religion either.
You know, religion did this to me. And he just like gestures at the scars on his face.
I mean, religion is why I'm here right now. Let me tell you. Yeah, I mean, I think we can both move quite easily out of sight.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright, let's go cause a problem for Heliodor then. Let's go find that druid.
Alright, let's go.
He's going to lead you down one of these passages that leads down deep into the earth. There's a lot of these like grand dwarven staircases that are just abandoned and like partially caved in, overgrown with mushrooms. He is really fast. Faster than you can fly, and frequently has to wait for you to catch up.
It's like, hurry up, old lady.
I mean, you move at the rate of a normal person while flying, so like, he's just exceedingly fast, but does kind of have the energy of like when a child runs up ahead and then like taps their foot, like, come on, where are you going? Like, come on. And he's going to lead you down into these natural caverns. You can actually hear just like the subtlest sound of echoing noise, almost like white noise that just echoes way off in the distance. Can I get a nature check as you come down here?
No. 8.
Unclear what that sound is or how these caves have formed down here. But as you make your way further, you can see he looks back at you, remembers, oh yeah, the person who's with me can fly, and then leaps out over one of these huge chasms. It just goes down into darkness below. Like, there's a couple torches around here that like light for a couple, like maybe like 50 feet down. It just drops into darkness, and you can just hear like that sound echoing below. And he just leaps over it like a 40-foot at least pit, as he like grabs the other side and pulls himself up and waits for you to fly over. You can see there is a way to get here normally without having to cross the gap, but it would just lead him all the way around this cave. It's kind of like almost like a Minecraft ravine kind of format, where there's almost those like rings of like walkways as it kind of goes down deeper into the earth. It looks like these walkways are man-made out of natural formation. Like they have been formed using magic to make the earth form into walkways. And hanging around a lot in these areas are these banners with this like beetle icon with like crystals on them. And that does remind me, is Bugbug with you? No, Bugbug's not. Where in the world is Bugbug? I think he's at your house. Where is he?
I was gonna say, and then I forgot. I was gonna mention that he was with her, like, when they were doing everything, which I feel like is a really bad idea. But I don't know what else to do with him.
I just remembered. So we actually haven't talked about this on camera yet. You now have Find Familiar, which allows you to resummon Bugbug if he's hurt. He'll just be able to disappear, and you can reappear. I will let you, if you want, cause him to disappear momentarily, so you can resummon him when needed.
How long does that last? However long I want.
Yep. You just make him disappear for a bit.
See, I do want him to disappear so he doesn't get into trouble. But also, no, yeah, I mean,
needed to for leaving your house at least. So do you think you would have resummoned him since then?
No, I was gonna say, when she left, could she have kind of dismissed him?
Yeah.
And then
now that you have that familiar bond, you just see he just like disappears into those like gold sparkles of your magic.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can continue down here. This beetle does look like a different kind. It looks like kind of a I guess the closest thing would be like a Hercules beetle with crystals like icons on its back. And as you go into these caverns, you can hear druidic chanting. And Jack silently puts his finger up to his lips and slips into the darkness around like these like natural stone stalactite, stalagmite fused pillars in this room, as it seems to be a large druidic ceremony.
We will follow him into the shadows.
Alright, can you give me a stealth check?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a 8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a natural 2.
You see as the main druid in the middle, you can see a lot of these seem to be druid apprentices. The main one, he just looks like a normal druid pretty much, wearing these actually there are stone pieces on his clothing, and a lot of this dark red and some orange robes. A kind of middle-aged man, dwarf, darker skin, looks immediately over towards where you guys are. And you see some of the other people start looking around. I will just say, you can tell that the main druid saw you. And because they do have tremor sense, they are a little hard to evade. But you see the main druid here look at all of his younger acolytes. Alright, get going. I don't want you here right now. I've got business to attend to. You there? Study those incantations. I don't want it being as sloppy as the last time. Get the ritual right, or you're getting out of here. And you see the younger druids hurry out of the room. Alright, come on out. And you'd see Jack steps out.
Okay, yeah, she would follow him then.
As Jack walks up to this guy, he kind of holds out his hand. Well, nice to see you again. And they shake hands briefly. You can tell they both work in the same business and are not friends.
Yeah.
As he shakes his hands, it's good to see you, Feldspar. Now, we have a job for you. And you can just see this druid that now you know the name is Feldspar, looks at both of you, looks at a fairy he's never seen before, as well as this person who he clearly doesn't perfectly get along with. And just, for a moment, just sighs. Alright, what do you need me to do? And Jack is going to start explaining that for a moment. And I am actually going to have you guys both roll persuasion checks. Normally we help action, but I think it's more fun to give you something to actually roll instead of you helping Jack.
16.
And Jack got an 18. You guys actually both rolled very good. You guys did need a combined 30. And I believe that is... well, it's more than 30. I'm not going to do the math right now. No need.
Yeah.
He just sits there for a moment. Alright, so you need me to... You want me to... Stone shape. It's called stone shape. And he seems like you get really adamant about this as Jack keeps not knowing what the spell's called and doesn't seem to care to learn it. You need me to dig into a prison and break people out.
Yes, please.
How much am I getting paid for this? Jack
just gonna like
looks at you with the kind of aura of like, I'll pay for some of it because we both have reasons to get this done. Kind of like, you can tell he doesn't want to pay the whole thing if he can avoid it.
Well, Ro's gonna kind of look at him like, I don't know what to say, but like if he said an amount, she would give him a portion of that amount. She doesn't know what to say.
50 gold? You can see Feldspar looks at you guys for a moment. No. 75 and you got a deal. 75's like a lot of money, to be fair.
Yeah, Ro has like 50 gold to her name. Especially after the gambling.
If you want to split it with Jack, he would do that. Because he has his own reasons to topple this whole thing, and has a lot more money than you do.
How much would he split it though?
I'd say he'd put in half plus 1, so like the greater half was 75, so 38. So it'd be 37, 38.
Okay, yeah. I'll do it.
Alright. You hand over all this gold to Feldspar.
How much was it? Sorry, 37, yeah?
Yeah, 37.
Okay.
Alright. I'll get you in. Not a word about that I was involved with this, okay?
Wait. Can you get us out as well?
Yeah, I mean, I can leave the tunnel. I can collapse behind us.
Okay, thank you.
I
wouldn't
know
say
some druids involved with it. I just won't know who.
You know, I wouldn't ever mention who or anything.
Good. As you guys start to walk out, you can see that they, as you walk out the door, or I guess you fly out the door, the other two walk out. The apprentices were eavesdropping.
Of course.
As you see 5 druid apprentices looking horrified. And Jack is going to pull out a sword. Feldspar looks like he's debating pushing these people off a cliff or trying to bribe them or convince them to keep quiet. If there's anything you'd like to do before this escalates to either violence or threats or something, feel free. But these druids are still devout to their own cause and may start violence on their own after hearing what you guys just explained as your plan.
I guess she would see it like she would ask if any of them might want to join and help. Um, and if none of them respond, I think she's gonna let the other two take care of this because this is not her. Like, she doesn't know what to do.
I will say I didn't expect you to try and persuade these guys to join, but roll me persuasion.
All right. Well, it depends. Like, some of them might be up for it.
Yeah.
18.
18. With an 18, I mean, this is a tough thing to convince people to do.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
This is like going up to college students and being like, "Hey, you want to break the law?" I'll say one of them seems to actually want to join. One of them seems to join out of being afraid of what will happen if he doesn't. The other three are just kind of backing away. They look like they're about to make a run for it.
Right. I guess she will let the other two to take care of those three then.
Yeah, you watch as they start running, and Feldspar is going to move his hand, and the stone of this platform slides out, hits one of them, and sends them just falling into the abyss. As you see Jack leap over that piece of stone and disappear behind it, and you hear screams. He is going to murder these people. They have seen too much. These are innocent people, but they saw too much.
Ro's gonna have like a somewhat horrified look on her face, and then turn to the one that kind of joined out of fear, and like just give like a very like motherly like, watch out, be careful, don't betray us kind of look. Like,
this person is frozen in shock.
I guess maybe she'll be like, do you want something to drink? Kind of like offer him a bit of confidence.
You can see their hand starts to go up as if they're gonna say no, and they just like, oh, okay. We'll take a little drink.
Her eyes are like bright red as well. Like, she's clearly been smoking crimson. Like, she. It's like.
Okay, you've enlisted two essentially college students to commit a prison break. And they are going to come with you as you guys make your way to the proposed location, which would be back up through some of these passages, different passages this time. There's like a huge open dwarven hall that you pass through. There's like multiple crooks and criminals that just look at you guys as you walk through or fly through.
I think, like, in contrast to when she was at the Jackalkin, well, not in contrast, similarly, sorry, she'll just kind of be like smiling and like kind of waving at everyone, being like, "You're right."
You don't get like any response. People look at you and then just go back to what they're doing. Like, it's the kind of thing where they're like, if I see something bad that's about to happen, I don't want to have information that I can get like that I can get in trouble for. So as you guys make your way through these tunnels, you eventually find an old dwarven mine. You can see these are like these stone, beautifully carved mine supports from like back in the very olden times. Clearly like a main tunnel. Ancient like stone and metal minecart tracks. And Feldspar puts his staff against the wall and pulls it back and slams it into the wall, and you see with this shockwave of dirt all around it, the almost like circle around it big enough for like a person to kind of hurriedly crouch through, like not big, slides as if this was always just a big cylinder being like cut out of the wall as it like rotates and slides back as he's going to use stone shape to push this away. And you can see bits of it start to become like broken apart and compressed into the wall, making this smooth tunnel all the way through. And After it gets a certain distance back, he waves his staff again, and the circular part of the ground becomes flat. And then you can actually see as it vibrates a bit, it becomes a rougher texture instead of that like slick stone. So no one's going to be like accidentally sliding down. And as you see him do this, Jack puts his hand on his shoulder. You know, well, I appreciate you making sure no one's slipping. Maybe it might be quicker to actually slide through. And Feldspar just rolls his eyes and then makes it smooth again. It'd be hard for you to get up. And with that, you begin making your way up this passage with these 3 druids and a drug runner.
Yep.
To cause a prison break.
The exact kind of situation. This is Ro's ideal situation right now.
Alright, well, thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you in the next episode when we have everyone back.
Yay!
For a prison break.
Yippee!